Hello, my friends, and you are my friends. And here we go for the follow-up to the Tracker V18, Targa V18 boat that came into the shop. That we had the kicker motor installation in Suzuki. There's one thing I got left to do onto it. I have to hang the control box tomorrow, which is not a big deal. I just don't have the screws necessary to facilitate that installation right at the moment. I got to go get them tomorrow, and then it'll be complete. So you're going to have to forgive the control box laying on the floor. But other than that, we're going to take a walk around here, and I'm going to show you everything I did to this thing. Not a couple things I would do differently, but it wasn't my choice. It was what the customer supplied me with. The audio wire installation, I would have preferred to have used all marine grade components, but I don't think he takes this thing out in the rain too much. Instead of running oxygen free cable, he ran copper clad aluminum, which is fine for, I'm going to suggest something else he can do with the audio system, because it's just loosely installed in there. He did not want me to piss with that, and I really did not want to get into that shit either. But the kicker motor, it's done. We're going to take a walk here. All right. It's all back together. That's the casting platform. That thing actually flips up. So there's two jump seats that reside under there. Really nice. It's a nice rig. I like this thing. But yeah, I wish this damn iPhone would quit auto-focusing, because sometimes it makes things look like shit. But anyway, we'll crawl up in here and take a look-see. But they had supplied him with shift cables that were about 2 foot too long. So I had to do some fudging there to get that loop. I mean, you should have a loop in your cables to some degree to make it able to steer back and forth, so you're not binding your cables up. And I'll show you that. See, that would be the most bunched up they would be, and then you got to have enough to where you can get full steer. You see how that works? Okay, so we already went over the Panther bracket and all that, and all the foam that needed to be dug out from back in this corner. But the floor is back in, it's installed. It's not leaving here looking like that. I got somebody that's going to show up tomorrow to clean this thing, and she's going to be getting in there and doing some shampoo work on the carpet. I'm not letting it go like this. This guy's got considerable amount of dough that he's wrapping up with this installation. Again, the wiring mess up under the dash is not my doing. I was told to leave that alone. And that's where his rigging runs through for his 9.9 kicker motor control box, which is laying on the floor. As I mentioned, I do not have the hardware right now to mount that. I have to go get that tomorrow. The other thing I did was the secondary battery installation with the audio wiring. We're gonna get in there and show you that as soon as I quit tripping over my dog. But would I do this again for this price? Absolutely not. I didn't know what I was walking into with all the foam and all the bullshit at the back of the boat. So I do have to kind of eat some money on this. I'd agreed with the guy. I was like, look, at the time I talked to him, I was like, I got 24 hours in this rig at this point. And I was like, I can't hit you for all that. But I'm splitting his labor in half. So I'm charging him 14 hours of labor. I also serviced that big Mercury, which was oil changes in the crankcase, the lower unit, 4 plugs, fuel filter, and oil filter, and then the labor to to do that. That's normally shops around here charging $250 to do something like that. So I'm actually throwing him the oil for free. You know, I want this guy to believe in what I'm doing, and I want him to be happy with the install. I don't know. You guys tell me if you think that's clean enough. It comes down under here. Everything is... Yep, we'll zoom out here. Everything's tie strapped together. Comes in here. Okay, this is your Suzuki stuff here. It all passes in through under here. So to get that loop, god damn this thing, to get that loop to where it is, this area back here, the cables run up under the floor here. So there is a loop up under here that runs, and then it goes up there and loops down there, and then comes out in that grommet right there. So that's where we're at. Hopefully he'll be happy with the price. He's just gonna be right around $1,800 to do all this shit. And we're gonna get up in there and show you the audio wire installation because, oh good lord, getting too old for this shit. Cool thing about this boat, you can do this with it. Oh, there's 2 jump seats. All right, again, I gotta clean, but his secondary battery installation, is get the amplifiers up under the dash. That kick panel right there opens up. All right, we're gonna take a look-see there because this is what he wanted done. I'm telling him he needs to mount those. I would have not done that, but his amp wires come out here. All right, that's where they end up. And so to run those, all this paneling here had to come off. That panel had to come off. This whole floor had to come up. And his wiring ends up under this cup holder thing here. This is where the house battery, quote unquote house battery, because it's not a houseboat, but general industry standard term is a house battery. What we did, he has another Group 24 in there. That's the original battery. What I did, well, I don't think you can see. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. But his amplifier wires get hooked into, well, here's one. The other one is back there in the darkness. But there is a master circuit breaker sitting on top of the battery for that audio system. Then I did what's effectively or affectionately known as heavy 12. What heavy 12 is, that's what I posted up about. I don't know if I posted that yesterday or not, about heavy 12 and 12, 24, 36, all that voltage. But I'm going to suggest to him also that he ought to run a Perco switch and consider another couple batteries if he doesn't want to look like a dork jam into his audio system on Boater's Beach or something like that, and then his batteries go dead and he's got to go back and rope start that thing to get a charge going. But anyway, time vampire from hell. But I think the installation turned out pretty damn sweet. I'm pretty proud of that. The Panther Products bracket is second to none. That thing is built overkill. You know, I did the best that I could do with the extended amount of throttle and shift cables we had, but that motor's pretty simple to hook up. I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't remember if I took video of it tore apart. I think I did, but I'm pretty damn proud of this one. I'm waiting on the steering arm to interconnect the two. The one that was supplied to me was too short, so I want both of those motors facing the same direction, because if it was short, the kicker motor would be jutting that way. So those need to be dead on straight, and that's supposed to be arriving tomorrow, but it's not anything that I can't do at the back of the boat. It's not even a big deal, but it's getting cleaned tomorrow. I'm calling the guy tomorrow, throwing his price at him, and let's see if he freaks out or not. But honestly, I'm doing him a solid by cutting his labor in half. You know, I did not know what I was getting into with this one. But another old schoolmate recommended me to him, so I had to let him know that the boy could boogie woogie and do something cool for him. So that's where this is at. I don't know what the hell we're gonna get into here next. I've got a boat outside that the tachometer was bunk, but it's also got a fuel gauge problem. I got a new tack and a fuel gauge. Genuinely though, I honestly think there's probably a ground problem elsewhere, but we're gonna dig into that. I don't know if I'm gonna make a video of that tomorrow or not. You know, I do this stupid YouTube shit on my own. I film it myself. I ain't got anybody else follow me around with a fucking camera. So if there's something that I throw up here that somebody might find cool, maybe even helpful, I don't know. I don't know how helpful this video was to anybody, this series of Targa videos. I have no clue. But maybe if somebody goes and gets into digging into one of these and they want to know the ins and outs of tearing this thing apart, they can get a hold of me, drop me a line, because you just, over the course of 3 videos, you've seen what I did with this boat. I do have an oldie over there on the stand that that guy right there, that is a early to mid 60s Johnson. Supposedly the motor had been gone through and it's supposed to be up to snuff, and the gear case leaks on it. So I might have to do a gear case seal job on that one. We did a 9.9 thing last year. Also, the Johnson 25 that's on the stand there, that's belongs to a friend of mine. We're going to get into that one, do motor mounts on it, and give that thing a spit shine. I got some decals or decals, depending on how you want to say it or what area of the country you're from. Decals or stickers that we're going to stick onto that one after we paint it. You can't get the hood seal anymore for those. You can't get the lower motor mount for those anymore. I've got a used lower motor mount. We got new upper motor mounts. You can still get them, and the Chinese, respectively enough, are knocking off the upper motor mounts for them, but not the lower one yet. I don't know if BRP has something tied up with that or not. I haven't researched it enough, but I do know that lower motor mount on those 25s, well, 18s through 35s, were discontinued about 4 years ago. I was buying them for $32 a pop. If you find new ones now, they're $200 and up. So I've been relegated to resorting to the used market, finding them for $75, $80 and throwing them on that way. We're going to dig into that one. Maybe do a before and after video, because on my HBH Apparent Service Facebook page years ago, I had done the same thing to an older Evinrude I didn't paint it exactly Evinrude blue. It was a little bit richer color. I think it was Blue Pacifica. It was a Chrysler color. It really looked nice. But we're gonna do the same black metallic, charcoal metallic finish, and we're gonna put some stickers on it and make it look nice again. That's for his pontoon boat. We get a V4 outside, another one, an 85 or 90 horse from the latter portion of the 70s. We're going to do a trim motor on it. We're going to do some wiring on it. Rebuild the carburetors on that one as well. So you might want to stick around for that one. Other than that, it's kind of fallen flat. The weather hasn't completely broke here in Ohio. It's been up and down, up and down, up and down. Like right now, it's 30 some degrees outside. Middle of the night. We haven't got into the 40s even solid at night. Today was just absolute shit. It was in upper 40s and rain off and on. It didn't even start warming up until about 5 o'clock. The sun decided to come out, so 'tis the nature of Ohio. Anyway, that's all I got for you. We'll do something here soon. And do or do not, the choice is always yours. And be good to each other. And above all, as always, stay tuned. And we'll see you later.